Hello, welcome in. Welcome in. 1 second. Okay, hello everybody, welcome in. Welcome into this next live. I'm so excited to be here today. I know that it's gonna be a very, very powerful night. Hold on a second, make sure we're good here. Okay, cool. So welcome in. I want you to tell me, where are you located in the world right now? I am currently in Gainesville, Florida right now. Tell me, where are you located? Hey, Michelle, thank you. Hello, happy Majoy, how y'all doing? Where you're located in the world. I'm excited to have this conversation. So every Wednesday I come on here, and I just come on here just to serve. So I really see, what questions people have and where people are at in the world and what things that they want me to talk on. And I, have my whiteboard, have my ideas, and I'm just here to see how I can be of service. So I'm going to normally go on live for about an hour or so, and today we're going to be talking about, one, embracing your empathic powers, and some of the other questions that people have been asking me in the DMs. And one of the questions that I'm actually going to start off with is limitations that hold us back. Somebody responded to my story, basically saying, can I talk about limitations that hold us back in life and in other areas of life? So that's the first thing we're going to do. And then after that, I'm going to go deeper into embracing your empathic power. But for the people that are on here now, and if you're watching this on the replay as well, like whenever this is reposted, put a 1 in the comment section below if you feel like you have limitations that are holding you back. Like if you feel like you also, want to know more about certain limitations that may or may not hold you back in your life. Like I said, put a 1 in the comment section below. We have Texas in the house. Hello, Texas in the house. We have Indiana in the house. Hello. I am in Florida. Felix, welcome in. Where are you located at today? We're going to get started in just 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Boom. Awesome. So let's get into it. So Happy Me Joy. What is your name? Happy Me. What is your name? Michelle, got you. One. Okay. So this is a powerful thing. So another thing as well is that whatever you hear tonight that really resonates with you, I want you to write it down in the comment section. I want you to type it in the comment section. Why? So that other people in the room and other people who are coming into the room, so they can actually feel and experience, that same breakthrough. So also, one last thing as well, there's some few housekeeping before we get started. Also, I want you to invite 1 to 3 people into this space that has an open mind, that maybe on their spiritual journey, maybe an empath, maybe, trying to get over different things in their life. And so go ahead and invite 1 or 3 people into the space, and then we're about to get started. So like I said, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is limitations that hold us back, because I hear this so much in our life. And one of the first things that I want you to understand, right? Hey, April, how you doing? Welcome in. One of the first things that I want you to understand about certain limitations is that we got to understand how do we view our mind? Because if we view our mind in the sense that let me kind of give a visual example here. Hello, welcome in, everybody. Tell us where you're from. We got Texas in the house. We got Florida in the house. We got Indiana in the house. Where else are you located? Well, I'll go over there. So we're going to talk about limits. Can you see that? Limits. Can y'all see that? Or is that backwards? Do I have to write backwards? Hope it don't. So limits. So essentially we can see the mind in 2 ways, right? We can see the mind in a box, right? Marilyn in the house. Welcome in. So we're talking about limitations, and we're talking about, somebody asked me the question of, Can I talk about the limitations that hold us back? And the only limitation is backwards. Okay, got you. The only limitation, I'm just gonna use images. I don't have to use words. What's up, Denise? Welcome in. Welcome in. The only limitation is in our thinking. I want somebody to write this down. I want somebody to write this down because this is how we coming out strong in this life. We just knocking out the park. The first thing is that our limitations, the only limitation is our own thinking. Somebody write that down. Somebody type that in the comment section below. Our only limitations is our own thinking. It's our own thinking. Give me a heart or give me a 1 if you agree with that. Give me a 2 if you believe other things outside of yourself can also limit you. Yeah, this is a quick poll. Give me a 1 if you believe that statement is true, if you agree with that statement. Give me a 2 if you believe other things outside of you can limit you. Let me know. Let me know what you think. We are having a conversation. What do you think? Right? Because it really comes down to our level of thinking. 1 and 2. Interesting analysis. Limitations are in my mind. Okay, 2. April said 2. Okay, April, what are the other limitations? What are the other things? And if anybody else also believes that is number 2, that's also cool. What are the limitations that you believe is an outside source that can limit you? Tell me. 1 and 2. So we got 1 and 1 and 2. And now this is interesting, right? Because it's all in how you perceive things. It's all in how you perceive things, right? So it's like the same thing that can be an external thing that limits one person to another person can be something, right? Like that is a motivator. So, right, April? So it's like, okay, well, if in one frame of mind, that could be a limitation. But in another, and that limitation right there, April, right? Because like we said, okay, this outside circumstance that is happening limits me. Well, what's the opposite? Well, I would like to go into what's the other way to look at this? What's another way to look at this? Like I said, one person can look at a limitation, an external or internal limitation, right, as something that has power over them. Or you can look at this limitation as actually the biggest motivator in your life. And that goes for anybody else out there. Like I want you to really, really feel this. And I was actually reading this, and I want to reread one page. Where is it at? Okay, here we go. Every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. I'm gonna say it again. Every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. So it's really in the thinking. And it was so interesting, April. I had a client who was also going through a divorce while she was in my program. And it was that same thing. It limited her ability to think, her ability to perceive, her ability to feel like she could move and operate. But as I began helping her fix her mindset and fix how she saw it, when you see it differently, it changes shape. Because you're not looking at it from the same point of view anymore. Because the point of view that you're looking at it right now is a point of view where there is no power. So I want to invite you into a headspace where I want you to ask yourself this very simple question. And everybody else on here watching too. Ask yourself this very simple question. And if somebody can be so helpful and type this in the comment section as well for me. Where is your power? Say it again. Where is your power? So where is, and now any limitation that you find, it's only a box you constructed in your mind. Any limitation that you find, it's only a box constructed in your mind. Let's construct a different shape. I'm going to say it again because that was powerful. Say it again. Hold on. I record this 2 ways. This is powerful. Any limitation that you find. Let me give you 1 second. Okay. Boom. Any limitation that you find is only a box in your mind. I'm going to say it again. Any limitation, anything that you perceive external or internal, is a box in your mind. You can open the box in your mind. You can open the door. We can just create, instead of the box being a box, we can open it out. We can literally almost we can fold the box open. We can just that's what we can do. How do we do that? Well, understanding that life gives us what we ask for. Life gives us what we ask for, right? Check this out. This was powerful. I was like, oh my God. Life gives us what we ask for. So if we are seeing life, think about this, everybody. This is powerful. If life gives us what we ask for, and if we see life through a disempowering view, life must only give us disempowering effects. That's law. So if we perceive we're in a box, we're going to run into limitation after limitation. We're going to run into setback after setback. We're going to run into all these different things that we feel are insurmountable. Versus if we look at it like, no, it's a box that I can't open if I decide and choose to open. And by me opening that box, that means that I'm not opening my paradigm. By me opening my paradigm, I'm opening the collection of thoughts that I interact with. By me doing that, now I am viewing life differently. However I view life, life will pay me. However I view life, life will pay me. This is Think Grow Rich, and I want to just point out these three key things. Actually, three quotes. I want to read these 3 quotes. Very simple, very powerful. 3 quotes. And the first quote is, I bargained with life a penny, like 1 cent. I bargained with life a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty store. So basically scanty just means like skinny, like not producing that much profit, right? But the key point is that I bargained with life for a penny. I asked life for a penny. I said, life, can you give me a penny? Life said, here's a penny. Life said, here's a penny, right? And as life said, here's a penny, his business reflected as saying that he counted a scanty store. He counted small pennies. Now, let's take it to the next quote, part 2. For life is just an employer. He gives you what you ask, but once you have set the wages, why you must bear the task. Say it again. I'm going to say it again because these statements are opening up your mind. These statements are opening up your mind. And that's my mission. That's my intention here on this live. I have no idea what is going on right now in your life, but I do know that whatever attracted you here to this space and time where we're all sitting down, or you could be driving or doing whatever, that we connected in this space, whether it be in this time and space, whether you watch this on a replay, and that this information, whatever information in this video, is really to help you open your mind, to help you open this box. Okay? So, to go from just, so what we're doing is, this is so funny. I used to draw these all the time in, what's that called? Grammar school? Yeah, that's what that's called. I used to draw these all the time in that grammar school. Let me make sure you can see. So we got the box, bam, and underneath the box. Oh, there we go. There we go, bang. So we're turning this into that. We're just taking this box and we're opening it. And these statements, and now here's the third one. Check this out. I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked of life will have willingly paid. Let me say it again. I worked for a hire only to learn dismayed that any wage I asked of life would have willingly paid. So when they say like any wage I would have asked for life, that necessarily doesn't mean currency. I mean, it also means money. It also means currency, and it also means your wage is your currency. The way that we think and the spiritual currency that we have in our minds, we think in pictures, right? So we think in pictures. So the pictures that we think, that's currency. That's a wage that we're giving to life. So if we think in tiny pennies and closed boxes, life is only going to give us tiny pennies and closed boxes. If we think of opening Pandora's box and expansion and abundance, life will give us opportunities of opening the box and expansion and abundance. So the limitation is only how you view life, because how you view life is the energetic currency that you pay life through. I'm gonna read the last one. This is powerful, right? And like once again, go ahead and invite 1 to 3 people that you feel like has an open mind about this concept, because this concept is a really powerful concept. It's just that once again, the wages and we think in mental pictures, and the mental pictures that we think in are the wages that we're gonna giving life. So if we think in boxes and pennies, we're gonna get boxes and pennies. If we think expansion, open boxes, and and abundance, we're gonna get that. So April, what if this limitation was not really a limitation? What if it's just been a box that, for whatever circumstance, you just decided up until this point to be closed? What if what you've been perceiving as a limitation is actually the permission for the box to open? Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I almost fell out my chair. What if this limitation is actually just the permission for the box to open? I want you to sit with that. I want you to really think on that. What if you give the limitation permission to expand? What if you decide the limitation cannot, will not stop you? What if you see the limitation as the biggest motivator for you to win and succeed? Succeed by living your successful life and what you envision that as. I want you to think, in what freedom and expansion can you now live in? And not even just with that situation, but just any other limitation that you or that anybody else on this feed has. Think about it. Because you can turn a limit, You can turn a limitation, a closed box, into an open box. You can absolutely do it. And most of it starts with a decision. Right? Most of it starts with a decision to actually burn the boat and burn the idea that you live in limitations. Because if God if we're using spiritual law to deduce one's reality, if God, which is an infinite source, made you and gave you a mind and imagination that knows no finite bounds, gave you a heart which love knows no finite bounds, which can love infinitely, which can think infinitely, which can create infinitely, which can imagine infinitely, it wouldn't make much sense for, like, it's almost like it wouldn't make sense for us to be born with those limitations. Now, I'm not talking about physical limitations like I can't fly. Like, come on now. Like, I'm not talking about that kind of limitation, right? But I'm talking about internal limitations, spiritual limitations. If spirit is constantly expanding, spirit cannot have limits. And it's actually when we create these mental limits and these mental beliefs and these mental images in our head, that is what actually begins to constrict our spirit. Give me a 1 if this is making sense. Give me a 2 if you're like, Duran, I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. But it's cool to talk. Give me a 1 if you're like, dude, this is right on time for me. I needed to hear this at this moment in time. Give me a 2 if you're like, bro, I have no clue what you're talking about, but it's a cool talk. Give me a 1 or a 2. I want to see where you are at. Hey, Kim. How you doing? Okay, Michelle said 1. Michelle said this is right on time. Hey, Kim, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Tara, Noah. Hello, Denise. Hello, Kim. How y'all doing? 1. Okay, got you. So I'm going to say it again, right? If you believe any limitation, I'm going to say 2. Okay, right. You just came in, Kim, so it's okay. You just came in, so it's okay, Kim. Yeah, I'm gonna run it back just for you, Kim. I'm gonna run it back for you, okay? Real quick, I'm gonna just run it back. This box are limits, right? And I posed a question to the beautiful community here. I said, do you feel like you have a limitation internally or externally? Like, you know, a circumstance can limit you, like a moving, or like somebody earlier was talking about like divorce. a whole bunch of other limits, right? Or I said, do you believe the only limit is in your mind? Which one is true? You say, which one is true? And we was getting to this deep, beautiful, incredible conversation about this. And one of the things that came out about it was this drawing of a box and how I believe that limits are all in your mind. And whatever limit that you perceive is outside of yourself is because you put a box inside of yourself. And that box formed as that physical circumstance that limits you. What trumps limits? What trumps them? What trumps limits? Well, I'm going to say it again. If you feel physically limited, it's because you didn't give your spirit space to expand. And now you think your spirit is the physical circumstance. When God made you an infinite creature. How'd that work? And I'm saying this in a way to empower you in the sense of like, check it out. The physical limitation is only a box you constructed in your mind. So, like I was saying earlier, instead of it being a box, let's just open it. Let's just open the box. Let's find out. You know, I love, like, that's my favorite, that is my favorite quote now. Let's find out. Wow, there's a limitation. Let's find out. Wow, I can't get over this. Let's find out. Wow, I can't do this. Let's find out. Come on, somebody say it with me. Let's find out. Let's find out if I can turn a box to an open box. Let's find out. Shit, why not? Why stay in the box? Oh my gosh. What did she say? Janelle Monáe. She said something so profound. She was speaking about one of her albums that came out, and she said, if you, most people grow up living in a box, and she said, if you aren't conscious, you can live in that box for the rest of your life. And I'm saying, well, let's open them up. I'm saying, well, let's find out. Well, is it a box? Is it a box? Or have I just not opened it? Is it like because this box, this limit, right, could look so real. It could feel real. You could feel the concrete. You could feel that. It feels real. It's almost like a tiger, like a tiger. This box. But then one day, you say, I'm gonna go a new path. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out if this is a real tiger or not. This could be a tiger. It could be. But it could also not be. So let's find out. So then one day you go up to this box, to this tiger, and you touch it. You just touch it. And it falls over. And it does this. And this box could have been here for 20 years. And this could have been you looking up at the box. Like, whoa, that's a big box. But then you go up to it and you push it. And you're like, whoa. This thing that I've been running away from for 20 years, or I've been attracting for 20 years, or 20 plus years, or 10 years, or 5 years, or whatever. I could just move this thing? What? Well, I thank God I learned this now than 20 years from now. And I wish I would have learned it 20 years ago. But you know what they say? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Second best time is right now. So the fact that you're learning this right now is the blessing. It is. That's the blessing. These physical limitations are only boxes you permitted to exist in your imagination. That's all they are. They feel real. They attract real circumstances, but they're not real. But they attract real circumstances. But it's not real, but it attracts real circumstances. So then what's real about it? What's real is that the world is only a mirror for what you think. If you think there's no good men, no good women out there, you're going to run into a bunch of no good men, no good women. If you think it's nothing but disaster and death and destruction and chaos, and then you will just be bombarded and find news every day that confirms that belief about how fucked up humanity and society is. If you believe there's a lot of love in the world and there's a lot of peace and beautifulness in the world, you will find yourself running into a lot of couples, running into a lot of beautiful families, just observing just humans interact in such a beautiful, divine way. So let's find out if you've been looking at life from a box perspective or an open box perspective. And if you've been looking at life from a box perspective, well, look at all the circumstances in your life. Look at all, and this is how you know you got a belief that you got to like root out. Look at all the circumstances, like look at all the negative circumstances or the negative things that happen in your life. Look at all of those look at all of those things that happen in your life. And look at all of the reasons that you list as to why you feel limited. Each reason you list as to why you feel limited only confirms, only strengthens, only fortifies the box. Then the box gets stronger because you list another reason. So each reason you list as to why you physically or whatever way limited, the box gets stronger. Each reason you list as a motivation to deconstruct the box get weaker. Until one day, you push it. But it's about a system and a process to constantly deconstruct this box. So think about that. I want you to think about that. Think about it. Where am I limiting myself? Where have I fallen for defeat? Where have I accepted defeat as a reality? I just flipped right to the page right here. Where have I accepted defeat as a reality? Because no one is ever defeated until defeat has been accepted as reality. What does that mean? No one is ever defeated until they accept defeat until defeat has been accepted as a reality. So, what does that mean? That means that if I accept defeat, if this is me, right over here. No. I'm gonna do this. If I accept defeat, if I accept defeat as a reality, let's say this is me, yeah? That means I'm gonna say it again because this talks about all of this right here. No one is ever defeated until defeat has been accepted as a reality. That means in order to accept defeat as a reality, I must, in my mind, see myself in a box that I can't get out of. When you're defeated in reality, it's because in your mind, you put yourself in a jail cell. For whatever trauma, whatever reason, whatever negative thought pattern, whatever it is. And When they say you accepted it in your reality, that means that now this box in your mind becomes this box that you live in of you, your home, your car, and all the communities that you're a part of. Oh yeah, we're getting real quantum reality here. Okay? Now, think about this, right? When you accept this in your mind, right? If this is in your mind, okay? Everybody, check this out. If this is in your mind, hold on one second. And the only way to be defeated is when you have accepted defeat as a reality. And when you accept defeat as a reality, that means you go from being this person over here, right? Well, like you're just free, right? You can go over here. You can whoop-de-doop over here. You feel me? You can go anywhere. To then accepting defeat is putting yourself in a box, putting yourself in a limit. And by putting yourself in that limit and this mental box becomes a physical box that is encompassing you, your home, your car, and all of your community and your connections. So that means all of your circumstances, your world becomes this box. Wherever you live in your mind, you live in reality. So when people say, man, like how's this person always succeeding? How they always winning? They're already there in their mind. The world is just catching up to it. There's something called spirits, something that I teach my clients. Very high level thing that really changes the game. I'm gonna share this concept with y'all. Spirits means I'm gonna share it and I'm gonna draw it because I love drawing this. Okay, so spirits. So we know physics, right? Physics. We all know physics, right? Spirits is spiritual physics. Yep. Particles. Yep. It's spiritual physics. And this is what I mean. We kind of understand. Kim, do you understand the box now? And everyone, do y'all understand? Give me a 1 if you understand what I'm talking about. Just give me a 1 before I move on to spirits. But the idea about the box and how if you live in this defeated box in your limited mind, it becomes a defeated box in your circumstances. And this is exactly what I help my clients get out of. Sorry. What's up, Liliana? How you doing? All right, check it out. Yep. Also, invite 1 or 3 people in this space that has an open mind. And 2, if you have any questions, pop them in a question chat. Or if you want to hop on live with me and ask a question or anything like that, let me know. Now that you understand this, now let's talk about spirits. Because this is a powerful concept, and this is what people don't understand. I'm like, dude, if there is something that is blocking you in your physical realm, it's only because you've allowed it to block you in your spiritual realm. Let's go to spirits. There is the universal law in the book, the Kabbalion, where it states the 7 universal laws. In that, it is a law called as above, so below. Have you heard of it before? As above, so below. What happens in the heavens also happens down on earth. Put a 1 in the comment section below if you heard this point. Okay, we finna talk about it. I feel my energy constantly raising, and I'm getting more and more on fire as the seconds clock. So, if you've heard of as above, so below, put a 1 in the comment section below. I see somebody's trying to come on in. Check it out. So, let's talk about it. There is something called as above, so below. So, you have this thing, right? We're going to say this. This is you. And this is you. This is what most people don't understand, right? And this is what people struggle with. And this is what I love to... How do you add people in here? So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna comment. You're gonna put the @ sign in the comment section, and then you're gonna like type in their name. That, or you send it. Use the messenger icon to send this live to somebody. That's how you do it. Okay. Okay. One, people know what I'm talking about. Okay. Awesome. Let's keep it going because we finna go to the moon and back. All right. So, spirits means that if a large enough body of spiritual molecules form, physical molecules must come rushing in. Why is that so powerful, and why does that change the whole freaking game about life? I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again because I want you to come on these lives and be like, damn, I've never heard that in my life. Whoa, mind blown, right? That's my intention, to literally help you all open your life to a higher level of existence, higher level of thinking, being, perceiving. Everyone keeps telling me I'm glowing, and I look at peace. Huh, Denise? Interesting set of circumstantials. Okay? I'm just talking circumstantials. Now, spirits. Like I said, it means that when there is a high enough quantity of spiritual molecules that form, physical molecules must rush in to do what? Must rush in to make material form. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it one more time. And then I'm going to break it down. But I got to say it 3 more times so your subconscious can be like, okay. We'll say it again. Spirits is when a large enough body of spiritual molecules form, like physical molecules must come into form, must materialize. Denise, who just said, actually, I'm just highlight Denise, because Denise has been coming to my lives for God knows, I don't even know how long. I feel like as long as I've been on Instagram, Denise been coming to my lives. Like a good the last year and a half, somewhere around there, like around there. And she's been able to manifest her dream job. And everyone, per my knowledge as of today, keeps telling her that she's glowing and she's looking at peace. Because she would take these same principles that I would share in just these weekly lives, not even in my higher level premium coaching, not even in that, but just in these lives. And she's applied it to her life. And increased financially, mentally, and materially, and spiritually. Let's fucking go, Denise. If everyone in the community can just give a round of applause, some hearts, some ones, some loves to Denise, because hell yeah. And I want to tell her the same exact principles to help you in your life right now. Okay, let's get into it. Now, spirits is so powerful. Why? Why is it so powerful? They're so powerful because now, one more thing that I would say about this. Spirits and spiritual molecules are way stronger and way more infinite than physical molecules. Okay, so Vic, spirit molecules are way more stronger and more invincible than physical molecules. So like I said, if you are experiencing a limitation within your circumstance, within your environments, it's because you haven't set your spirits to the right temperature. What that mean? It's because you haven't gathered the right spiritual molecules to assist you. Think about it. Think about it. Now, what I mean? What do I mean by this? And how does this work? Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, let's say this is the spiritual, number one, and this is, okay, we all here? We all good? So welcome, yo. What's up, Vic? And this is to the physical, okay? This is the spiritual, and this is the physical. I know that the numbers are backwards, but just ride with it, brother. Ride with it, brother. Ride with it, brother. Just ride with me. Okay, now, spirits means that if I'm attracting these spiritual molecules, right? And then let's say these red dots are these spiritual molecules, right? right? I got these spiritual molecules, right? And these spiritual molecules, let's say this one is a business, right? Let's say this one is family. Let's say this one is like peace of mind. Like, let's say this one is love life, right? Let's just say each one of these red dots signifies one of the things that you want, okay? I want you to think of 4 things that you want right now, okay? It could be making $1 million, having a beautiful, healthy family, having a beautiful relationship with yourself, steadily growing your community. Or it could be whatever 3 to 4 things you truly desire, okay? But like, you know, you may not have attained yet. That's the like spirit molecules. When you hold those molecules for long enough, right? So let's say, okay, check it out. Let's say you decided to grab one of these molecules, okay? Flow with me. You decided to be like, I'm gonna grab this molecule and hold on to it. Okay? You said, I'm gonna grab this molecule. And then let's say this molecule is, everyone tells me that they wanna like grow their, like they wanna like heal themselves. They wanna get spiritually close to God, relieve all their negative mindset. They wanna like build a business, make 10K a month in that business, retire from their job, live spiritually, live their own lifestyle through their family. Like this is what most 85% of people tell me, and just me talking to people. So let's say this molecule right here is a molecule of you stepping into your purpose and stepping into your business. For example, to make it super simple, okay? That means if you hold that molecule for long enough, spiritually, there's a strategy, there's a process. This is what I teach my clients. If you hold that molecule long enough, what must happen because of the law, as above, so below, that means as above on the spiritual plane, so below on the physical plane, as above on, you know, like the spiritual plane of existence, and where you are at in your spirit, so below where you will be on earth. That's why I say earth and heaven is at hand. Heaven and hell are states of consciousness. Hell is you in limitation. Is you feeling like you can't move. Is you feeling like you don't get spiritual freedom to change your material situation, or mental situation, or spiritual situation, or family situation, or financial situation. Heaven is you recognize you got everything that you need. And every opportunity that's sent to you is an opportunity for you to go deeper into these laws so you can live in congruence and live a successful life. Okay, so let's say this molecule is a successful business. Okay, that means by law, as above, so below, a successful business, particles will begin attracting to you on a physical plane out of fucking left field. It could be somewhat, I love it. Like literally, particles will come far and wide. Okay? Now, what do I mean particles will come far and wide? A particle could be you run into somebody who just started the same business you trying to start. You're like, oh my gosh, I was just talking to my girlfriend about da-da-da-da. Oh my gosh, I was talking to my family about da-da-da-da. Right? A particle could be an opportunity coming to you to further grow your business. A particle could be you running into somebody that can help you literally take your business to where you've been thinking about it here. This is what I mean. So when people tell me I'm limited in life, I say the only thing that's limited is your perception between you and your spirit. You fix that, everything else will flow so fast into your life. It is crazy. So, you think in limits, you become a limit. You think in expansion, well, we cooking now. We cooking now. We in the kitchen cooking with the grease or the whatever else, avocado oil, whatever substitute you use. We cooking with whatever that is. And this is how to change yourself. This is the interesting thing about it. The interesting thing is that, like, literally, you won't make a decision higher than your level of faith. So, in order to make a decision to change your life, you must put your level of faith to that level of where you need it to be at to make a decision. How did I start a successful business and go against literally what everyone literally told me and say, fuck that shit. I'm about to do do what my heart tells me. I follow this principle. I saw myself and my consciousness in a healthy state of consciousness. I saw my skin glowing. I saw my skin light up, and I still see my skin light up and bless whatever cells come around it. I saw myself having success with my clients. I saw myself like having a successful business, having clients internationally. I saw myself speaking on stages. I saw it. I saw myself on live, geeking out about a mind-blowing ass topic and sharing it with you. Sharing my enthusiasm. When I was in math class in college, I damn near never paid attention because I was so busy upstairs daydreaming. I was upstairs. See, most people live down here. You live down here, your only choice, damn near, is to be poor because you don't understand your spiritual power or your nature of existence. So living down here only on the physical plane is going to produce limitation because things in the physical plane only seem finite. Like your body on the physical plane is finite, right? I can't extend my arm all the way to Arkansas. I don't know why Arkansas came to my head at this current moment in time, but I cannot extend my arm from Florida all the way to Arkansas. I can extend my thoughts all the way from Florida to Arkansas. I can extend my thoughts all the way from Florida to the whole other part of the world. I can extend my spirit. My spirit can go anywhere. Astral projection. I can. Think about it. Think about it. We're not living here no more. We're living here. Because from here, that's your source. That's your source. Denise, that's so funny. We should have a conversation. We've never had a conversation. This is so crazy. You just can't smell like we've never even had a conversation like off of live. This is crazy. This is like kind of wild because you are getting so many wins already. And we're just gonna take it to the next level. We're just gonna take it to the next level. We're gonna take it to the next level. So let's think about this, guys. Guys and gals, sorry. Think about this. We're living from here, right? There was a story in the Bible of a person who grabbed the angel. Y'all know what I'm talking about? There was a person, was it Job? The person in the Bible that grabbed the angel. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The person in the Bible that grabbed the angel. Hold on, I have to look this up. Jacob, yes. Genesis 32:20. Hold on, I have to go get my Bible. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this because, see, same thing. You know, some people may see, like, you know, people would get into a whole bunch of different, like, ideas about, you know, what does it mean? Like, what is an angel, right? Like, and obviously, you know, I'm taking it to next level tomorrow morning after 1 year of meditation and prep. Awesome. What do you, Jacob? Thank you. Yes. What do you mean, Jennifer? What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, let's keep going. Genesis 32:22, 32. Okay, hold on. This is I wanna read this. Genesis 32:22. Okay, Genesis 32. Boom. Okay, 32:22 to 32. Mm. Okay. Here we go, everybody. Jacob, yes, I found it. I know, right? I was born ready. I was waiting for you to remember. Shit, let's get it. Let's get it popping. All right. So this is so powerful. Woo, I never talked about this before, but I'm so glad talking about this now. Hold on, let me get a pen because I really want to highlight this. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna talk about it tonight. All right. Favorite pen, obviously, greens everywhere. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. And Jacob was left alone, and the man wrestled with him until the breaking of day. When the man saw that he did not prevail against Jacob, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and Jacob's thigh was put out of joint as he wrestled with him. Then he said, "Let me go, for the day is breaking." This is an angel talking, right? Jacob didn't. Now, mind you. Listen to what he said. It said Jacob's thigh was put out of a joint. The thigh bone. I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure the thigh bone is one of the biggest bones in the body. Yeah. And to get your hip displaced from wrestling with the angel, what kind of, like, just like think from that level, right? We're not obviously talking like literally wrestling angel is like metaphorical, but like flow with me, right? To this man got his leg fucked up wrestling with the angel, right? And then the angel said, "Let me go, for the day is breaking." But Jacob said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." See, people think like, okay, oh my gosh. Okay, so literally they said, and what is your name? I'm sorry. "I will not let you go unless you bless me. Unless you bless me." What Jacob was saying was, and I believe Jacob was saying, "I will not let this spiritual molecule of my vision of what I want in life go until it bless me." What is bless me, Vic? What is bless me, Vic? What is bless me, Vic? Until it comes into physical form. Blessing is a physical form. Like, it's coming into physical form. Like, there's a miracle, some blessing happened, right? In the physical plane. Meaning is a miracle, right? So he was saying, "I will not let this angel." He was saying, "I will not let this highly divine idea go until I bring it down Jacob's ladder. Till I bring it down Jacob's ladder into this world. Until it manifests." He changed his name to Israel. Absolutely. In that moment. This is where all of where you're at in life. This is where this begins. We must we must contain and hold and vibrate. It's like I'm holding this red ball, and now my hand is vibrating, now my arm is vibrating, now my body is vibrating. Whoa. Now I'm fully embodied with the same energetic vibration. And because of that, boom, the physical molecules started to run towards me. The physical molecules started to run towards me. And this goes back into limitations, because I tell people there is no limit in your spirit. Why would God create, like, it don't make sense. Why would an infinite being that gives you an infinite spirit would give you a finite way of thinking? Why? That don't make sense. Well, all the things I've studied, that don't make no damn sense. Because how did the couch that you're sitting on get there? How did the TV that you got get there? How does the car that you have get there? Because you wanted it. When you desire something, everything moves to get you what you desire. If you hold the desire long enough. Why do you have everything in your house? Because you held the desire of your mind of that object or those shoes or that TV or whatever the hell in your mind for long enough to where you was like, to where the physical circumstances flew to meet you so that you can get it. Everything else is the same. Same as for you taking the next step in your life. So this is the idea of spirits. And this is why it is so important. And so, and you know what else is so interesting? This version of you on the physical plane, this is the 1.0 version. It probably looks like 0.1. Okay, I'm gonna flip it around. This is the 1.0 version of you. Ah, cool, awesome. This version of you up here is the, okay, 2, I think I should go backwards here. 2.0. Hey, that's a 2. Hey, awesome, cool. This is the like 2.0 version of you, and this is the 1.0 version of you. Okay? When you become this 2.0 version of yourself, you can easily manifest what you want because you are holding that vibration in the spiritual plane. But now, what stops this? Trauma, negative thinking, compounded negative thinking on compounded trauma. Yeah, like S. Yeah. It's a 2. Thank you. It's a 2, brother. Okay. Trauma, negative thinking, all of these things stops your ascension up that ladder. But you're here now because you're not where you want to be in your life. And where you want to be in your life is your 2.0 version of yourself. Because that's the version of yourself that effortlessly achieves it. So it's about programming yourself to become the version of you that effortlessly achieve having a peaceful thought process. That effortlessly achieve stepping into your passion and monetizing it. That effortlessly achieve you being a leader and you stepping yourself to the next level. That effortlessly achieve everything you've been wanting. Everything. Because here's the thing. The only thing that can overcome your paradigm and the way that you've been thinking is a desire. If your desire is strong enough, it can break any thinking that you have. Like, I've seen people who literally told me that they grew up in nothing but negative thinking, that they grew up in nothing but people who would try to like shut their energy down, and they would be so resilient to us. They're like, okay, I know even for my first 30 years of my life, I've lived life this way, but I know there's a different way. I desire for my children to live a way better life than me. I desire that. That desire helps move them to give their children and give themselves better opportunities so they can be the best parent for their child. If you want to know how to spot your paradigm, how to spot your thinking that is faulty, look at everything look at everything. Whenever you say but or and or like but or however, whenever you say but or however, boom, there it is. I want to do this, but limitation. Mental limitation, boom. Mental limitation, boom. Mental limitation, boom. Because what if that didn't limit you? What if that motivated you? So then now it's not a limit no more, it's a motivation. The same things that can limit one man or one woman can motivate and empower another man or another woman. It's about their level of desire. You have everything in your house right now because you desire it. So if you desire to live a better life, to ascend that ladder so you can become that version of yourself that can effortlessly live that better life, then everything will support you to making it happen. Every single thing will support you to making it happen. And so I want to ask a question here. I want to do a temperature check. Where are you? Where are you? Put a 1 in the comment section. They said butts are big. I was always taught that. Or well, if I do it tomorrow. Right, yeah. Right. And so I want you to put a 1 in the comment section below. If you're ready to go up to that Jacob's ladder, like if you're ready to ascend in your life, to ascend out of the limits, out of the boxes, ascend out of all these boxes down here, and ascend up here where the box is open. And you can now literally see life. I know this is kind of weird. See life from a whole new perspective. I want you to put a 1 in the comment section below. If you're ready to actually go to the version of you that can effortlessly achieve these dreams. Free falling. Got you. Because if you're ready to get to the next level version of yourself, only thing honestly, y'all, honestly, real talk, only thing you need to do is burn all bridges. Burn your boat. Think about it. If this is a 1 for you, only thing you need to do is burn all excuses, burn all boats that is making you go back the other way. There was a conqueror one time. I forgot his name. He sent his troops to an island where they were outnumbered by ×3. But he said when they got to the shore, he made them burn all their boats. And you're like, this man is crazy. But he said either we will win or we will perish. And they actually won. They didn't lose. Because they put in the mindset, either I die or either I win. Obviously, you won't die physically, but if your dreams are dormant long enough, they become dead. If your spirit is dormant long enough, you think you got no energy. You become like a zombie. No zinc. So, you must burn all boats. The same boats that you thought was your limitations, make them be your motivations. That's what it's about. Whether you want to work with me and do it, whether you want to work with somebody else to do it, it don't matter who you pick as a coach to help you. And I also feel like, number 2, we all need a coach. I have several coaches because I recognize something. You need someone outside of yourself to help you with yourself. Like the craziest thing somebody can say is like, yeah, I can work on myself by myself. That is crazy. And I thought that too. And I was crazy. And I was stuck, stubborn in my own way for a long ass time like that. Think about it. If you want help with yourself, you can't only do it by yourself. And that doesn't mean that like you're weak or that you're disempowered. No, 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 no. It ain't nothing about that. You're powerful as hell. It's about being like recognizing that myself lies to myself. Myself tricks myself. Myself, like, be like, you know what? Do you really gotta do that today? Man, you can chill. You've been working hard. You can yourself does all that stuff. And you can't read the label if you're inside the bottle. So if you want to work on yourself, you need an outside source to help you view yourself from an objective point of view. That's what's so powerful to have a coach and mentor that can help you view where your blind spots are. That doesn't make you less than. That makes you more than, because you know that the only way to figure out how to make yourself better is to get yourself uncomfortable. It's to get yourself uncomfortable so that you can figure out who yourself actually is. You may have been walking through life, maybe broke, maybe poor, maybe broken mentally, broken emotionally, broken spiritually, but that's not the sum average of you. That's not the sum average of what God made you. And if you tell me that, I'm gonna say you fucking bullshit to your face. If you tell me that the sum average of you is limited to what you've been doing, it is bullshit. It's bullshit. It's not true. You're far greater, but you will never know if you don't put yourself outside of its own environment and observe yourself in a new environment. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I tell my clients something about participant view versus observer view. And this is the last point that I'm gonna say. Participant view and observer view. Okay? Participant view and observer view. Right? Let me actually pull up these slides for y'all to really just to wrap this point up real quick, because this is a powerful point, and I really want y'all to really get this. So you have the observer view, and from the observer view, that is where you take an unemotional, objective view on your life. The participant view views life as that life that I'm right because, and like, I'm sorry, the participant view views life as everything is right that aligns with my social circle and that aligns with my self-image. The observer knows that they could be wrong. Like, I know, right? Like, I know that I could be wrong and I could be right. But I'm not 100% sure until I go outside of myself and talk with a mentor who have been through the same place that I want to go and really verify to see, okay, is this a distortion of the thought process I grew up in, or is this the real me, right? Like, so many people, right, may have grown up in like different situations and circumstances, but that's not the extent of you. And this is why it's so powerful, because once again, you cannot like, and this doesn't mean that, like, you know, you cannot have powerful moments by yourself, right? This does not mean that you can have breakthroughs and intuitions and insights and realizations by yourself. No, because I do it all the time. But that insight and breakthrough and realization doesn't, like, it is not as powerful. Like, it's powerful, don't get me wrong, but it's not as powerful as stepping outside of yourself, so that you have your own internal realization and you have an outside realization. So the key is to have both, right? It's not just about only listening to what your mentor say or to what like society says, but or only listen to what you say. It's like, recognize, okay, Where are my own realizations, and where are the realizations that I can observe outside of myself, and how do they correlate? And that is your truth of equilibrium. That correlation is where you find your balance. That's where you find your coordinates. That's where you find your like North Star. You're like, oh, I was doing this because of da 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 da. Or because this is how I saw my family and my mom and my dad grew up. So these are the kind of people that I attracted, but this is not the extent of me. So, with that being said, if that resonates with you, and if you're like on fire, like I'm on fire, and I have to run now because I have to run to another meeting. But if that resonates with you, I want you to go ahead and DM me. I want you to go ahead and DM me. Let's go. I want you to go ahead and DM me. Let's go. And let me just pin this. I want you to go ahead and DM me. Let's go. And what we'll do is that we'll have a conversation. We can do it on Zoom in my office here. We can do it on Zoom in my office here, or we can do it on the phone. And we will have a conversation. And everyone else that like commented one earlier, I'll make sure I got everybody. Denise, Michelle, Adrian, Jennifer, Michelle, Vic, Kim. Okay, yeah, I'll make sure I got everybody. All right. Yeah, I'm going to message you all that commented one. And then, yeah, like I said, this is, if you're ready to go to your 2.0 version of yourself and go to the version of yourself that can effortlessly achieve what you've been waiting to achieve, DM me, let's go. We'll hop on the phone and I'll show you how I can help you. If it's a good fit, cool. If not, also cool. But you will walk away talking to me. You will walk away with absolute clarity. There's some people on this live right now that has had a conversation with me. And you all can attest, like the conversations you have, whether you choose to work with me professionally or not at that time or moment or space, whatever, you will not look at life the same after talking to me. I can guarantee you that. Kim, I know Kim, Vic, who else is in here? Kim and Vic. Vic, you're in, yeah, Kim, Vic, who else? Yeah, those are only two people in this live that I've had conversations with on the phone. If y'all want to share anything about just the conversation that we have on the phone, by all means, we'd love to. If not, also cool. But yeah, like I just want to let y'all know, like, my mission is that I want to have conversations that literally help people open their mind times 100 to what they really thought was even possible with themselves. Really thought was even possible with themselves. So, with that being said, oh my God, this was such a great live, Oh man, I love these lives, y'all. I'm telling you, man, I be so geek. I be so excited to just disseminate this information and disseminate these ideas. So yeah, oh, somebody said something. Hold on. Kim said let's go. Michelle said let's go. I need that conversation. Oh, Kim said it's very aligned in talking to you and you care. Much respect. Vic said, well, worth it. Much respect, much love. We play a hoop on the phone that made me feel like you're Yo, yeah. Hey, yo, Vic, that was a cool conversation, man. We, after the conversation me and Vic had, I have a basketball room in my living room. And we just talked about basketball afterwards. And I do that with some of my clients where I'll just, get to know them as well outside of me helping them professionally. So, dude, so much love to everybody in this room. Yeah, DM me so we can hop on my calendar. I think I have like literally 1 or 2 more openings this week. We're already damn near packed this week. Next week we have some more openings. So yeah, this was such a beautiful call. I'm so excited to speak to y'all and to hear y'all and to help y'all vision and dream and whiteboard and take your life to that 2.0 effortless version of itself. And yeah, as always, this was such a pleasure. I think I get one last thing, and I'm gonna go. I think I get so excited when I see people say, "Oh wow," or like "damn," or like put the mind blowing emoji. Because I was the same way when I first learned this information, and I was just by myself. I was just in my room by myself with a book like, what the fuck? Right? So the fact, so the fact, right? That I get to like, just be like, yo, what the fuck? With you all, it's so cool, man. It's so cool, man. It's truly, truly a pleasure. It is such a blessing, blessing to be here, y'all, today. Once again, sorry. Once again, peace in this home, peace in that home. I got you, Michelle. I'm gonna reach out to you. Let's do this. All right, y'all. Much love, much love. Ashe. See y'all soon. Peace.